Now, look, I want to move on, Julian, because it's clear this week that Labor knows the best it could get at the upcoming election is a minority. We know Albo wined and dined the Tills at a love fest at the Lodge this week. But yesterday in Parliament, you asked the Prime Minister about any deals with the Greens. Have a look.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, the Greens political party is a racist, anti-Semitic party. Will the Prime Minister join with the Leader of the Opposition in committing to put the Greens last at the coming election?
Julian, it was a fair question. You got no answer yesterday. Albo is still ducking and weaving when it comes to Greens preferences, which tells you all you need to know, doesn't it?
I've been calling for all political parties in Australia to commit to put the Greens last since November 2023 because the Greens have terrible form in relation to this. You've had Green senators standing next to signs with Stars of David being thrown in the bin saying, keep the world clean. You've had Green senators and Greens members of the House of Representatives and Greens representatives in other parliaments refusing to acknowledge the hate crime that was committed on the 7th of October and refusing to stand up for Jewish people. You've had Greens members of Parliament saying that Jews had tentacles and didn't have the right to participate in the public life. You've had Greens saying that Greens having difficulty saying that Hamas was a terrorist organisation. This is a party for which anti-Semitism is a watchword. These are parliamentarians who chant from the river to the sea, who go along to violent anti-Semitic protests and egg them on. The Prime Minister from time to time has had harsh words to say about the Greens. But when it comes down to the real test, which is will you put the Greens last, the Prime Minister refuses to make that promise. And I think this demonstrates the weak leadership of Anthony Albanese on this issue. I saw your previous segment with Chris Bowen eating his greens. That's the place where the Greens belong, on your plate, but they don't belong in your preferences.
I think you've absolutely nailed that, Julian Leeser. You're right. And in the end, I do think that the Greens have proven themselves as the anti-Australia party. Look at the results in Victoria at the by-elections, in the ACT recently, in Queensland. I think people are cottoning on. The question is, what will Anthony Albanese do? So watch this space. Julian Leeser, always good to catch up. Thank you so much for your time on the show this evening.